Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, Tala.
Abdul Kareem, how you doing?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, mashallah, very good, mashallah.
Good,
Are
man.
you,
Good.
you back in London now, right?
Yeah, I'm back in London for a
Ah,
few weeks.
alhamdulillah,
Yeah.
alhamdulillah. So how's that? How's it? How's it living in Gambia? Is it good?
Yeah, it's good in terms of cultivating your children, relaxation. It's good in that aspect. Also, in regards to looking for work or businesses, there's a big, um, I would say, like a low entry point. So you don't
Ah,
need as much to start a business.
okay,
As
okay,
long as
okay.
you have the skills and you have the capital to push yourself, then you can generate money without hardly having any red tape and you know issues of that nature
Okay, okay,
that you have
mashallah.
in the UK. Yeah,
That's good then. That's good. I mean, Gambia is still upcoming anyway, so those sort
yeah,
of country, there's always lots of opportunities. A lot of the time, there's a lot of opportunities, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
those market, they're a market that's very untapped, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, so let's begin. So what's the plan?
Um,
How can I help you?
so I mean, you brought the idea to me regarding service-based businesses. And I think like 2 weeks ago, and it's been generated in my mind, in terms of it's like it fits my situation at the moment where I'm not able to be on the ground as much. But like you said, like you said to me before, I have the knowledge regarding handiwork, maintaining and stuff like that, and how to utilize it. Some people go down the route of doing videos online, doing teaching, and then others go on the side of being a middleman. And so when you mentioned that to me and giving me the numbers, I was like, wow, this is actually a viable thing to look at, rather than coming back here, looking for work, having to start from the beginning again to look for work and then you know spending time. So something that's going to always be earning, and I'm having access to it as well while away.
Mm.
So these are the things. These are the advantages, because no one wants to be away from their family so much. But we see that most of us, when we do make the transition to another country, we have to be away from our families for like months on end, and that's not the whole point of making hijrah. The point of making hijrah is to be with the family, to
Yeah,
to guide them and provide for them while there. So this is a bridge that I believe that can solve that for me and for others as well. But I would like to explore it myself,
inshallah,
and
inshallah.
yeah, inshallah, yeah. So that's
So a
that's
few
where I'm at.
questions. What's
Mm.
your current situation? I'm not talking about money wise, by the way. What's
Yeah,
your current situation? So currently, if I understand, you're living in Gambia, right?
correct. Yeah,
And you are, and that's the lifestyle you want long term, right? You want to live there, or you want to live in the UK.
long term, I would love to live there long term.
Okay.
But for the next, I would say okay, the long term, I would say 10 years. Is long term for me because
Yeah, I mean, if I'm saying long term, I mean, yeah, I mean 10 years. I'm not talking about when you're a granddad or I mean, like what the
yeah.
lifestyle you're choosing now, you know?
Oh, correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's what you want, right? You live in
Yeah.
Gambia. not
Yes.
necessarily in the UK at the moment.
No.
Okay, okay. And in terms of obviously you're living in Gambia, that's one thing. Um,
Yeah.
finance wise, you doing business in Gambia?
I'm doing
No, just give me
some
a yes or no.
businesses.
Don't go into it.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
I don't really want to get into your personal things too much. You know what I mean?
Yes. 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 I'm doing business there.
Maybe. Okay, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. And in terms of cash wise, cash flow wise, right, from my understanding, you
Yeah.
want something more solid. In other words,
Correct.
you love to do business in the UK because I think when you came back recently, you started working, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, so I was saying to you, you just came for a short time, to
Yeah.
visit parents and you're working. That means, you need cash.
Of
Not that
course.
you have business in Gambia. So again, what I always say is it's always better, especially being from the West,
Yeah.
when you live in these type of countries and you're still earning from the West.
Yes.
That is always better because you live much better. You give your family the best, right? Because you're earning pounds and you're spending dollars. Gambia, they spend dollars, right? So you're
That's right.
earning
Yeah.
pounds and you're spending that currency. So you live a much better life.
Yeah.
You live a much, much better life. Um, so if that's the sort of plan you have
Yeah.
in mind, then inshallah we can speak on that and how you can, make that sort of plan into action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, your background, right?
Yeah.
Understanding you and your background.
Hmm.
What's your actual background? Obviously, I know you're a civil engineer and whatnot. Um,
Yeah.
what's your skill set? What are you good at? What are you not good at?
Uh,
Yeah.
so I'll say my
And what are some of
background.
the things you've done in the past, some of the works you've done in the past, and yeah.
Yeah. So my background is generally been around construction since
Mm,
the age of 19.
okay.
I've been, been on site, been in the office, been to university. Um, I went to Kingston University, study civil engineering. Uh, um, I did not finish it to the level of obtaining the degree, due to overzealousness, laziness, procrastination too, because
Yeah.
I can't put it down to just the dean and say, oh, the debt, and I didn't want to take the debt and so forth because I was already in it. So, you
I
know
mean,
what I'm
to be
saying?
everyone has a different path. University is not really a must, to be honest. So
Exact. Well, yeah, but like it would in the field I took, it is very advantageous to have it. Alhamdulillah, I didn't need it in the beginning of that career. Alhamdulillah, I was able to find yeah. So back to what I said, I didn't need the degree to get the entry jobs that of the civil engineering. So I was already in a good quality company, Burn Brothers, and I was working with them for like 4 years.
in
Um,
construction, yeah.
in construction, yeah. So
Okay.
we did we did many sites, all over UK, Central London.
So
The most
in
notable one are the ones
construction,
like, yeah.
what was you doing? What was your
What
role
was my
particularly?
my
Some of the
role?
areas that you
My role was looking at the plans and turning them into viable measurements on site. So
Oh, so
I was a
basically your
goalkeeper,
civil
man.
engineering background.
Yeah, surveying background, to be honest, mainly.
Mm,
And then checking the concrete, making sure the concrete is not giving the final say, but also, removing any ambiguity in the consistency of the cement and so forth like that. Taking tests and sometimes doing some as builts. I don't know if you know what that means, like going around after the job's done and taking quality checks of
okay.
the work. So that was generally that was generally the day-to-days. Sometimes we come to the office and then we tweak the designs on AutoCAD, Revit.
Okay. I mean,
Um, but but generally I'll be on site most of the time. So
okay. I'll say
yeah,
generally, let's just touch on generally some of the things, not so much in details, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I don't really want so much in details, but just to understand, okay, so you did so in construction, you was generally the one doing the surveying and stuff. So obviously that's I know that's the one skill set that you have.
yeah.
What other things that have you done? Um,
Uh,
what other things have you done? Because I know you used to do painting.
okay,
Um,
I mean, okay, then
you
then
used to
okay, then
do.
we from remove from that.
I think you've
I've been
done gardening
painting.
before, right? You've done gardening,
I've done gardening, yeah,
landscaping.
landscaping,
Yeah,
landscaping.
yeah, generally, yeah,
I've
like
done
that. That's what I need.
okay,
Just more
so
information.
okay, like that. Okay, so yeah, I've done gardening, painting, carpentry, plumbing, um,
Mashallah, mashallah. Jack of all trades, huh?
um, detailing. Detailing like cleaning, like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
cleaning,
yeah,
but the
yeah.
detailing, like um, yeah, those are those. So that's
Okay,
my background,
okay,
to
okay,
be
okay.
honest.
Mashallah. That's good. Alhamdulillah. So, because what I always try to do, right,
Yeah,
before throwing a person into a direction that um maybe they don't have an experience in and whatever, even though I know they're capable of doing, that or this or that or that, I always try to direct them on a path whereby they can leverage something that they already have. So it's not as
yes,
if they're trying to learn something new. It just makes it easy for them to, kind of
yeah,
go with it because they're not trying to learn something new. Yes, they're
let's
always
go
going
for
to
it.
learn something new, but they're not going to learn a complete new, new, what's it called? New skill or whatever it
Yes,
is,
yes,
while trying to give them that sort of business type or lifestyle type that they also want, you know,
yeah,
around that skills. Okay,
yeah,
based on what you said, right?
yeah,
Now I'm not gonna say, oh, you want to live in Gambia, you want to earn in the UK, go and do drop shipping or go and do Amazon,
yeah,
go and do
yeah,
this, go and do that. These sort of businesses, mashallah, they're good, they work, but if you're talking about trying to get money, the fastest way, right? The fastest way, then service-based business.
yeah.
Service-based business.
I would correct you in regards to the fastest because
I don't mean
I've
fast lane, by the way. I don't mean like
yeah,
no. When I mean the fastest way, in the sense that without too much capital, right?
yes,
And for example, when I say the fastest way, if I'm providing a
okay,
service, if I get a customer today, I'm able to provide
mm,
a service and get paid.
yes,
If if let's say if I'm launching an e-commerce business,
yeah,
right? Say high ticket drop shipping or whatever it is, right?
yeah,
Then there's a process I need to follow. I need to
yeah,
wait. I need to first set up the whole business and I need to wait, right? And that itself is going to come with that person learning all those skills. And not only that, they need to wait and hope that they make a sale before they can make money. Do you get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
It's not the same as a service-based business, right? If you're providing a service, you get a customer today, you're providing a service, assuming you're able to deliver in 1 day, or how long will
Yeah.
it take for you to deliver, you're getting paid. That's the
Yes.
fastest way. That's what I'm by the fastest way, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Understood.
So based on what you've told me and your
Yeah.
skill set
Yeah.
and the things you've done in the past,
Yes.
what I believe, inshallah, I believe you should go into providing a service
Mm.
because you have the skill set already. You
Mm.
pretty much done quite a lot of things, quite a lot of different trades, right?
Yeah.
You've done painting, you've done landscaping, um, you've done cleaning, you've done plumbing, you've done a number of things, right?
Yeah.
Around that construction area. Ultimately, you can eventually even have your own construction company. But to begin
Yeah.
with, choose one of those areas to go in. Don't try to go in all of them. Don't put yourself as a jack of all trade because then
Yeah.
you're not specialized. People don't see you as a master because when you start doing that, you're competing with the big construction companies that does everything that have big names,
Yeah.
right? So you begin by going into one specific area. You put yourself
Mm.
out there for that particular thing.
Yeah.
People will always see you as an expert in that area. Because, for example, if you're a painter and I need a painter, I'm not going to go to this construction company that provide painting, they provide maintenance, they provide construction. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm going to go to the guy that's put
Yeah.
himself out as the company that's put himself as a painter. That's all they do, painter. They're the painting
Yeah.
specialist. Do you get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So you put yourself out there as one of these trades, and eventually, as you start to build your clientele and start to get more customers, those same
Yeah.
people eventually, right, due to the relationship, they'll start telling you other things that they need. And this is where you can slowly start providing those other services. So you go from
Yes.
could be a painting company, and from there, slowly you're realizing the same people that I'm painting for, they're talking about maintenance.
Mm.
They're talking about maintenance, right? And therefore I'm starting to provide a maintenance service.
Yeah.
And slowly, by the time you realize you've built a branch of maintenance department in a company, or you've built a separate company for maintenance. Same people are saying, "Oh,
Mm.
well, I need someone to build something for me," right? And slowly,
Mm.
by the time you realize, again, you've built a construction company off of that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or a construction department. So this is the direction I advise you to go to, right? Now, obviously, among we're going to talk about how you can obviously in a minute how you can do that and live out of country, without
Yeah.
necessarily having to be the person doing the work in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Now from these skills you've mentioned, which one of them, right, would you be comfortable, or which one of them have you done more work in that area that you can show for? Or would you be comfortable
You mean
going
show
into,
evidence at the moment?
yeah, or which one of them have,
Evidence wise, yeah,
oh, sorry to cut
evidence
you.
wise, yeah,
Even
go on.
even if you don't have evidence to show for, which one of them
Yeah.
have you done more work that you're very confident in that you can easily, you know, take on a job today or tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll put at the forefront the painting. 'Cause I
Painting,
mean,
right?
I spent the most hours, days. It's been
This man doing.
quite it's intensive, and then followed by surveying. So those are the two that I would put up there in terms of
Okay, it's good.
hours and like comfortability.
Okay, good you mentioned
Yeah,
that actually. It's a painting company that I know, and yeah. Anyway, it's similar to the model that I'm about to explain to you. But that same painting company, guess how much they make a year?
How much?
Just guess.
Um, I don't know. I've never really looked into a painter's a company's business, but I would say um a year, right?
Yeah.
To be honest, of my own knowledge, I'll probably say 100K, if that.
No, they make 30 million a year.
30 million. Subhanallah.
And the model is what I'm about to explain to you,
Yeah,
right? So yeah, so okay, painting, right? That's good. Now, if it's painting, you want to go down the route of a painting company, right? How you
yeah,
want to do that? One is about obviously setting up everything. One thing I always say to people, right? If you want to do anything, find somebody who's done it, who's very successful at doing that, very successful, right? Pay them,
yeah,
literally pay them and get them to teach you exactly what they've done, how to do it. Now you
yeah,
pay them to coach you, whether it be 90-day coaching or 6-month coaching, right? To show you exactly how you can, get there faster, avoiding the mistakes that they made. And a lot of the time, that's the best.
yes,
A lot of the time, that is the best, because they had to learn a lot along the way. But when they coach you, right, they will show you how to avoid all the different mistakes that they made. That how many ever years that they've, um, that they've done to get to where they are, they're giving up to you faster.
yeah,
So that's one thing. Now, choosing painting, right? Obviously, I'm not a painting specialist, but the model, one thing I'll say, because you want to live in Gambia,
yeah,
right? And still earn pounds. You want to earn pounds and live in Gambia. You can't
yeah.
do that running the painting business. And I'll tell you how you're going to do that.
Okay.
How you're going to do that is you're going to focus on getting the job. You're going to put your company out there. You have your you have your business out there. You Google My Business out there. You set up everything, all the necessary thing that's required. Number one. Number two, when you get the job, right? Obviously, you focus on getting
Yeah,
some reviews. That's key. That's a key factor. When you get a job, you are gonna find other painting companies, and that's a lot. That's how a lot of construction companies work. You're gonna
okay.
find other painting companies. For example, you get a job for 10,000, for example. You're gonna find another company who's willing to take the job for what? 7,000,
Yeah,
right? And you're gonna give it to them.
yeah,
They're gonna do the job. You're gonna make sure that um in terms of quality wise, you know what I mean,
yeah,
the standard is met as per your company standard, right? When you,
yeah,
you get a job, you're gonna focus on getting the job and you're gonna outsource it to other companies to do it. That's all you're gonna be doing. And with this sort of model, the sky is
yeah,
the limit. You can take on so many jobs because all what you're doing, you're kind of doing project management or quality
yeah,
control, right? You get a
yeah,
job and you outsource it. You, so what you want to do, you want to build yourself a list of subcontractors. So if it's painters, you want to build yourself a list of painters that you can work with because you can't rely on a handful of them.
yes.
Saying you can work with because these ones are if these guys if I use it if I use you today and you're good, you stay on my good list,
Okay.
right? So when I get job, I'll be able to give you more, right? And over time, I'll get more and more painters on board. Do you get what I'm saying? When I get a
Yeah,
job, I'll give it to this one. I kind of like spread it around.
Yeah.
In that way, you realize that you are not even doing the painting. You're getting jobs.
Yeah.
Yes, you're not making that big money. If it's a £10,000 job, maybe after painting and everything, maybe your take home could be, I don't know. I don't know the profit margin in painting, how it works. Let's say assuming
Yeah.
let's say 50%. Let's say your take home maybe about five grand, right?
Yeah.
You're not getting 5 grand because you're not the one doing the job. But here, what you're doing, because you're giving the job to somebody for 7 grand, you're getting 3 grand
Yeah.
and you're not doing the job. And that's what a lot of construction companies do, by the way. They get a job for, I don't know, 25 million, and then they find another company, another construction company. We have a project, da, 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 can you do it for 22 million?
Yeah.
And they take the job and they might also call, get another construction company. We have this project, can you do it for 20 million? And then it goes
Yeah.
down to the onto the person who actually goes inside, the company who actually
I
go
does it.
inside to do the job, and they will do the job for a lower budget, I don't know, maybe about 80 million, and try and make profit from, buying, cutting cost on materials and using other creative ways to make profit, basically,
Yes.
on the project. So this is what it is. You know what I mean? You can literally focus on just painting. And believe me or not, you get a lot of jobs and you make good money. You make good money living in those countries and earning pounds. And not only that, um, you can get really, your job is to really get good at getting the jobs, getting the leads, getting the, because a lot of painters, to be honest, they're good at doing the job, but they're not necessarily good at doing, most tradesmen, right? They're good at doing the job. They're not necessarily good at getting the leads. That's what you want to focus on. And you're getting the leads by a number of ways. You have your Google My Business out there where people will find you over time organically, right? And that one, if you want to rank, you want to focus on building your reviews. The more reviews you are, the more positive reviews you have. And you can implement a system, right? That allows you to get more and more positive reviews, right? Which
Mm.
that can be discussed a separate call. Um,
Yeah.
but that's what you're gonna do. The more
Yeah.
that side of things where you get organic. Another way of running is running ads, right? If you have the budget, is running ads to get the leads, right? But to begin with, if you don't have the budget, the key is having everything set up so you're present and you're seen, all right, as that company, and you just focus on getting reviews here and there. Organically, you realize that you start getting jobs here and there, right? So if
Yeah.
I show you something, since you're mentioning painting, I'm gonna share my
Yeah.
screen. Right. If you type in what do people type? Say painters, right? Let's see painters.
I believe so.
Uh I just want to see what the ranking is. I'm seeing, okay, these are ads, but then um when I look here, when you type in painter, all right, painters,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, these are ads, but the organic, can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Yeah. See this person here, Kika Painter and Decorators. They only got free reviews, and they're at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And
Why do you feel why do you feel like that they've not capitalized
no, but
on this?
I'm not seeing a lot of people with so many reviews. Basically, the point I'm
Okay.
trying to say here is that it's easy to rank. It's easy to rank in this niche, in this particular niche. Um,
Okay.
yeah, that's because probably most painters, they're probably scared to ask the client to give them review because maybe they haven't done a good job. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and or they don't really they're not bothered. They don't ask them, right? Most customers, if you don't ask, you don't get. So
Yeah,
you want to focus on making sure that they get quality work, right?
yeah,
Every job is quality up to a high standard, and you want to make
yeah,
sure that you ask them review. Because if you focus on building review, you will be ranked at the very top. Because I'm seeing what 59, she's at the top, 59 reviews, 69 reviews, 78 reviews, right? I'm not seeing like
yeah.
hundreds of reviews. I'm not seeing painting company. Literally, I'm not seeing painting company on this page with hundreds of review. The highest I'm seeing is 132, and that's not much. And they've been around for
What,
10 years. This company's been
what
around
about,
for 10 year plus
yeah.
and 132 reviews. Literally, this is a market you can easily dominate. I'll be honest with you. You can
Mm,
easily dominate this market, even with 200 reviews. You can dominate this market and be at the very top, right? 200
yeah.
positive reviews. And you start getting a lot of job even without running ads, right? So that's one thing I'll say, in terms of the direction to go. If you want to live abroad and still earn, with this particular method, you don't necessarily have to be in the UK here. Your job is to get a
Yeah.
job and outsource it. And living in Gambia, is very much very affordable. Even if you're getting a job and you're making, £500, right?
Yes.
Profit, right?
Yes.
Let's say a 3 grand job, for example, and you're giving it someone for 2.5, and you're making five. It's a numbers game, right? Because it's
Yeah.
volume. You're not doing nothing. You're just sitting there, right? And you're getting job, and it becomes even more sweeter if you're getting it organically. These jobs are coming organically, and that's what I'm saying. If you focus on building your positive reviews on Google, eventually you get this organically. Give me a second. I have this my two. I have this two. Is it on? Oh, okay. Actually, what? I haven't set it up because usually it will tell me what's the search volume. Um,
Okay.
yeah, the search volume. I did clean my laptop recently, so I think I need to reset it up again. It's keyword everywhere. It tells me the
Okay.
search volume for each keyword, in
Yeah.
that particular location. But yeah, so that's what it is, Abdul Karim, you know. That's what it
Yeah.
is. There's a number of things you need to set. You need Google My Business, definitely. You need to register a company. Ideally, it's better, you know. You need a basic website. To be honest with you, when I check, let me check on some of these guys here. This guy with
Yeah.
100 and something reviews, 132. Just check. Let me just check on any of them. Do they have a website? Uh, no, this is spray paint. Scott the
I,
painter.
I,
Let's
you
see
know
Scott the painter.
the climate of paintings is never really that's one thing I'm maybe I don't maybe that's one of the reasons why there's not a lot of volume online is most of them are sole traders, right? Or
Yeah, well, yeah,
singular people. They're
yeah,
not
you,
they're never really a company, or they're never really a team to
yeah.
of
I
some
mean,
sort. Is
so
that probably
that's
why?
say it again.
Is that probably why there's not that much you know presence online because of there being a one man team or
Oh, this
say
one,
a
this
sole
one,
trader.
this one looked like a company, right? It's called
Yeah,
Scott the Painter, and it's got a
yeah,
website, just basic website, which is good. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's what it is, Abdul Karim. Inshallah, if you execute this, then you start seeing the fruits of it, inshallah. So yeah, Abdul Karim. So is there any questions you have?
yeah. I always ask, how would you go about acquire these customers, these clients?
Well, first of all, it's putting yourself out there. You know what I mean? Obviously, you want to make sure you have the necessary things that you need, to position yourself as a painting company. So obviously I'm not a painting expert, but from the basic that I know, um, for example, to be present, right, you need to Google My Business profile, right? Because that will
Yeah.
help you get organic customers, right? It's
Yeah.
it's free money.
Yeah.
It's free money. It's key. It's very important you have that because people are searching daily on Google,
Yeah.
and if you're not there, who's getting the traffic? Your competitors.
Of
So
course.
you want to put yourself on Google. So Google might be the business profile. Ideally, it's better to register a company. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm not an accountant. Um, you can do as a sole trader, but here the model you're trying to follow, right? You want people to people tend to respect the business more if it's a registered company, right? They see
Yeah.
it as a company as
Yeah.
opposed to just some one-man show in a bedroom. Do you get what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
So again, registered company. Later on, you can think of having some sort of insurance that even even build more confidence for the customer, but you don't need that. It's not about
Yeah.
making it complicated in the beginning. You know,
Yeah.
the beginning is about just do it. Do it with whatever you have. Even if you don't want to register a company in the beginning, just do it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
yeah. But with the model that you're following is better, right? It's better. So that's the approach that I'll say is better. You have a registered company, um, you have you have an address. You can get a virtual address, right? You can get a virtual address that you can have it on Google, or you can use an address, I don't know, could be a house address or whatever, as long as it's not a flat. If you live in a house and it's a number, you can use it as you wherever you're on Google, even though it's not really advisable because you're talking about business, right? So
Yeah.
it's always best to get a virtual address, you know, and have it because that's the address you use for registering your company and whatnot. So that's that. Getting
Yeah.
customers, like I mentioned to you, organic, right? By having yourself on Google. Number one. Number two is running paid ads, right?
Yeah.
But there's a number of organic method that you don't want to leave on the table. These
Yeah.
organic method, they're not going to bring you customers like now. If you want to get customers like now, it's paid ads. Like today,
Okay.
or today, tomorrow, it's paid.
Yeah.
You need to pay to get it. But if you're talking
Yeah.
about organically being found, then you need to have, you know, the necessary things in place, such as the Google My Business profile. I'll say social media. So, because it's painting, you want to have an Instagram profile whereby you showcase the before and after of every job you do. Right, the
Yeah.
beginning, yeah, you showcase that and you build that. You build that followers over time. Right,
Yeah.
consistency is key with that. Um, Here, if you was, let's say, if you was the one doing the painting, then I'll say it would even be better to show a video. You have a YouTube channel where you can show a video of the before and after of in some of the snippets of you doing the painting and
Yeah.
whatnot. Talking about a job that you're about to take on and some of the challenges about this job,
Yeah. Yeah.
and some of the, how you overcame it, basically, showcasing the job, basically. Over time, that itself will
Yeah.
you more customers, right? And if,
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, even if you're not the one doing it, the thing is, because you're not the one doing it, you can't always ask the painter, whoever is doing it, can you take a video for me? You know,
Yeah.
unless you want to have it as part of your process, you know, as part of your requirement that, yeah, I will need a video of it, discuss the job, da, 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 da. Do you get what I'm saying? I need a
Yeah.
video of it before, right? Like I need you to go around the house, take a video, discuss the issues that you have. Okay, this, da, 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 da. And then after, take a video, discuss how you overcame some of those issues, and show me pictures of the painting, and you can
Yeah.
kind of like compile it and make it into one video. If you make it as part of your process, that anyone that works with you, they need to provide this for you, right? Because that's how you check the job. Then Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a way of getting these videos, and you can actually have them on YouTube and also on your Instagram. Um,
yeah.
you know, that will help you get organic traffic over time too. So that's the second
Okay.
way, and that's the third way. Um, yeah, word of mouth, over time. But the beginning, to be honest with you, I will go back because you've done some painting jobs. I will go back to friends and family that you've done job for, and you ask them to give you a review. You ask them
Yeah,
to give you a review on Google My Business.
yeah,
Any job that you've done in the past that it still looks that still looks good, or you still have the pictures for it.
yeah,
Again, you know, put them on your profile, your Instagram profile for the company. Um,
yeah,
you know, and yeah, it's more of a long-term thing. By the time you realize you be getting jobs while you're out there and you're making good money and you're not doing any other jobs, you know. Slowly, because you're doing project management, slowly, because obviously in that country things is cheaper, you can eventually employ someone from that country, right? To take over the project management aspect of things, who would then
yeah,
start who would then be communicating with these builders, with these painters, right?
yeah.
You know, to do the same thing that you used to do to make sure the quality and the standard is kept.
It's kept. Yeah,
You can also train someone, you can also hire someone and pay them very cheap. Obviously, paying them very cheap compared to you is cheap, but to them it's a lot of money because
yeah,
of the paying the salary standard there. Do you get what I'm saying?
yes,
Um,
yes,
So you can get someone to also focus on the lead generation side, meaning, the customer acquisition side, and you realize that you're not doing much actually. You know,
yeah,
you have a business that runs without you, you know. Yeah, you have
yeah,
a business that runs without you. The beginning, yes, you're gonna have to wear a few hats, and do a number of things, but yeah. So that's how our approach is. Look at it long term. Don't look at it
yeah,
like today, tomorrow. Look at it in the next 12 to 24 months where this business will be, where you
yeah,
be if you had started this business today. And
yeah.
a question I will ask you, everything I've just mentioned to you, you actually assuming how long have you been in Gambia for?
4 years now.
4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Assuming 4 years ago you actually set up this business when you
Oh
went to
wow.
Gambia, where would it have been now? This
Yeah, that's a good
business,
question.
yeah, you'll be making
Does,
good money by now. I'll be honest with
I
you.
believe so. I believe so. I believe I would have come back a few more times than I had before. I would have been, traveling back to UK for certain, requirements and so forth. But yeah, it would have been a viable business. It'd have been a viable business because there's always a need for painting. There's always a need for
Well, to
painting.
be honest with you,
And
these type of jobs, these are boring businesses that AI can't replace, by the way, right?
yeah,
These are boring businesses that AI can't replace. So, yeah, people always need painting, what I mean? People always need painting, but you realize that you go into painting, you start branching off into other areas. But yeah, that's that's what I'll say,
yeah,
that's what I'll say. Yeah, obviously the key is executing. You want to execute this
yeah.
and get this done. Let
As soon as possible. Yeah,
let's not make it just a conversation, and then
yeah.
because most people have problem with execution. They're
That's right.
motivated when you speak to them, and yeah, they like it, but then they go away and they go back into the same box and they don't execute. And this is
Yeah,
what differentiate the successful people from the unsuccessful people because they take action.
yeah,
They take action, right? So, like I said, look at a long-term picture, right?
yeah,
Look at a long-term picture in the next 12 to 24 months, where this business will be if I actually set it up now and be consistent with it, all right?
yeah,
And focus on it. Every business works, by the way.
yeah,
Every business, has the potential to work. The key is really focusing on it and not really trying to stretch yourself in doing so many things, right? So,
yeah,
I mean, while you're here, I think you said you're going back in a few weeks. While you're
yeah,
here, this type of business, you can actually set it up and have it running, even while you're here,
yeah,
and focus on even getting your
yeah,
first job or two job before you even go. And maybe that first job or two job, maybe you can outsource it to somebody to test them out, you know,
yeah,
test them out to see, okay, how good they are. And then, and then you can start outsourcing job to them. Or if you know, if you already, or if you already know people that you can give job to, then great. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Even that, more so while you're here, because it's painting, I'll start, building a list of painters. You know what I mean?
yeah,
List of painters, that locally, from recommendations and whatnot. You want a list of them. So whenever you get a job, they're there already. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Not when
yeah,
you get a job, now you're trying to find a painter. If you get a job and some person saying, "Oh, okay, I need this done this weekend,"
yeah.
now you're rushing to find a painter. Do you get what I'm
Would
saying?
you would you leverage places like like these websites that already have a list of painters, check a trade, and so forth?
Yeah.
Would you go with that too?
Oh
Would
yeah,
you go with
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
avenue?
I'll utilize all these platforms because what is that? If I'm giving you a job, I know how much I'm giving it to you for. Let's say if I've got a job for 10,000,
Yeah,
right? I'm giving you the job for maybe 8 grand.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe I know you might push back. So I'll
yeah,
give you the job for maybe 6 grand. If you're able to do it for 6 grand, great. If you're not, you push back and tell me, no, I can't do it 7 grand or 7.5. But I
yeah,
know I got a job for 10 grand. I said, okay, 7.5, no problem. Right?
yeah,
I know up to what price I can't. But I'm not gonna only ask one person. I'm gonna ask few people and see who's giving me the best quote. And I'm gonna see some of their
yes,
work. I'm gonna see some of their works as well and see who's got the best work, right? So I'm gonna utilize all these platforms because I don't care who does it, as long as they're gonna do a good job and they're gonna do within my budget.
yes,
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely, I will definitely utilize these platforms as well. You know,
yeah. Okay,
yeah.
inshallah, a good place to
So
start then. Yeah,
now the key is really getting started. You know,
yeah,
yeah, don't, yeah, just don't make this conversation just be a wasteful conversation without taking action because
yeah,
I have a conversation with a lot of people when I consult, and yeah, a lot of the time, those that don't make it is because they don't, they didn't execute.
and act. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what differentiate the people that actually achieve, their goals from those that don't. So
okay,
one of the things you want to do, you want to set yourself, don't, it shouldn't be, I'm going to do it. If you really want to get it done, you want to set yourself timeline. Okay. Um, well, first of all, find a requirement, right? The basic that I've given you, I believe is some of the main requirements, right? Um,
yeah,
I mean, you've done painting before, so you should know, right? Having a website, or look at some of these
yeah,
competitors and see what they've got, right? What they've got. Having a
yeah,
website, limited company. Um, it's not a must, but it's better, right?
yeah,
Having a website, having Google My Business profile, having your social media accounts, right?
yeah,
Instagram for sure. YouTube channel. It's you know, it's a 50. You can, or you can just leave it. If you don't want to make it too much for yourself, one step at a time. Instagram account definitely, right? Again, yeah, these ones, and yeah, just start. Tell a few friends and family that this is what this is what you do. You're providing the service now,
yeah,
and you might be surprised. You might get jobs here and there from them. You might get
Yeah.
some jobs from them, get them to give you reviews, and also not only that, get people that you've already dealt with in the past. Tell them, oh, you've built this company now, and you love to get a review for the work you've done for them in the past, right? For the work we've done for them in the past. And yeah, if they're happy to give you a review, you send them the link, you Google my business um, profile account where they can leave you a review. They leave you a review. Focus on getting these reviews, these positive reviews, right?
Yeah.
In your social media account, Instagram account, show your before and afters of some of the projects, you know.
Yeah.
So this should be your main focus, you know what I mean? For now. Phone
Yeah.
number, have your mobile phone number there. You can if you want to have a landline there, you can actually get a virtual landline number, that's connected to your mobile phone and have it there. But to be honest with you, it's not a must. You know what I'm saying? You can literally have your phone number there.
Yeah.
Painting, certain industry are niches whereby people understand because it's Bob. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's Bob, people understand that yeah, you can have a mobile number there. And people
Yeah.
people are okay with it. They don't see us some dodgy company. No, they see us, yeah. Trades business generally, you can get away with that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You can get away with that. Certain businesses you can't.
Yes.
It doesn't look good. For example, an e-commerce business, right? Um, it doesn't look good to have a mobile number there. You
Yeah.
kill conversions,
Yeah.
but these type of business is a bit more personal. So yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That's me for now.
Thank you very
Inshallah, I
much.
hope
Nothing okay.
you do execute this and you do see success, in it.
I mean,
Like I said, make a plan, set yourself deadlines and timelines and when you're gonna get this done by, um,
yeah.
and get it done. Today is what, Saturday? If
Yeah.
you have time, we can dedicate this weekend to literally
Yeah.
set everything up. And yeah, or give yourself 1 week by next Friday.
Yeah.
Everything. These are the things I need. This is my checklist. I need this, this,
Yeah.
this, 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 this.
Yeah.
By next Friday, all of that is done. And just go for it, inshallah.
No. Inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
وإياك 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 عبد الكريم.
I
All right.
appreciate that.
إن شاء الله.
Appreciate it. Okay.
السلام عليكم.
Sorry.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.